Hello and welcome to Axiom Compliance Moodle. This video is just to give you some basic instruction on how to use the online learning platform. So I've saved myself a bookmark and I just access the program via my bookmark. It takes me to the login screen, and equally your email that you would have received should take you to this screen. So type in your username and password and log in. It should take you to a list of courses that you've been enrolled in. This is mainly for the Certificate 2 Fire people. And the Certificate 2 Fire has these online units that have got to be done. There's a whole heap of them there. This first unit looks a little bit different to the others because it's a packaged program. And a lot of browsers are having trouble opening it. So I just want to show you what to do when you click on this and it doesn't open for you. So here's the instructional video. If you just press enter and your screen doesn't start loading the program, then your browser's blocking the cookies required to open that program. So with Google Chrome, I can see that the content is insecure, and I just load unsafe scripts. It is quite safe. It's an Adobe product. It's just got some pop-ups in it that the browsers don't like. So if I allow that and continue, the program starts to load. The other way around it with other browsers is you need to go into the browser settings. So if in Google Chrome, if you come up here and go down to settings, to enable cookies, you need to go into the advanced section, privacy and security, and come down to content settings and cookies. And you have to allow this cookie, so you can add the URL address in here just by copying and pasting it. Oops, wrong browser address. So if I copy this one, go back into settings, add, Moodle School will appear down here and you shouldn't have any problems from then on. Okay, so going back to the training package, I'm sort of in the middle of it, but it looks like I've got some questions to answer. So I'll just go back to the beginning. And I'll look at it full screen. You can just scroll through the content, just like a PowerPoint presentation. There's a notes section up here, so you can write some notes, and you can save those notes somewhere on your computer, maybe on your desktop. It'll just save it as a Microsoft Word document. And you can continue to add to that Word document as you're making notes. The other thing I wanted to show you about this particular content is that on some of the pages, there's highlight boxes that allows you to add more content to the screen. Just find one now as we scroll through. So sometimes you may see a little hand come through, and if you hover above certain aspects of the pictures, it adds content to the screen for you. As long as your mouse is above that content, you can read it, make notes, do what you want. And all of the questions are self-contained within this particular program. So to exit the activity, we just push exit activity, and we'll come back to our course. We can also go home or navigate via the navigation bar at the top. All of the other content are in a Google slide presentation. So you have a learner's guide and then some quizzes to do. So when I'm doing this type of work, I like to have the learner's guide open and available while I'm doing the questions. So the best way to do that is to right mouse click the learner's guide and open it in a new tab. You'll see that it opens the content in a new tab for you. So the way I like to view this is I go to full screen, and then it enables me to just click through the presentation and read what I want to read. Press escape, that gets me back. If I go back to my other tab, I'll just get rid of this settings tab. So I have two tabs open now. I can then open this quiz in another tab. So I can continue the quiz and answer the questions and go back to the content, answer questions. So I can toggle between the two tabs as though I'm looking at a workbook and answering questions on paper. So the other thing is that if the Quizmaster or the automatic marking program marks you wrong for a question, don't get too bent out of shape. We will be marking those questions in class and going through any answers and possibly giving you further marks for answers that are correct and the Quizmaster just got it wrong. So once you've finished your attempt, it'll tell you that whether you've finished or not finished any particular questions. So just make sure that the status is that the questions have all been answered, and then you submit and finish. Now you have a second attempt available to you online. I suggest if you get better than 70%, don't go back into the second attempt because you're going to have to do the whole quiz again. And we can, you may well have got a much better mark than that once it's actually been marked in class. So if you're getting above 70%, don't go back and have a second attempt, and we'll deal with it once we get together in class. Okay, so there's just some tips to work through. By all means, call us or get in contact with us. You can get in contact via the messaging system here. So you can message me or message somebody else in your class, and that'll be sent as an email. So if it's urgent, give us a call. But this is a pretty simple way that you can message somebody. Where am I? So you'll message Anthony Holtz. And when you do that, you just come down here, write your message, press send, and I'll get an email fairly quickly. Okay, enjoy your course. We'll see you when we come to the assessment. Bye.